to the Bleeding Burgundy podcast, a Washington Commanders podcast for fans, by fans. With your host, Jessy, Martin.
What are you talking about? You're out of your mind.
John Taman.
We finally got professional football back. This is going to be fun.
Scott Hartley.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Max Taylor.
As long as you got Jaden Daniels, you got a chance to win.
Spanning the eras of Washington football. Honoring the past. Commanding the future. And now, the world's worst podcast host, John Taylor.
Hey everybody, this is the world's worst podcast host. My name is John Taman, and that is synonymous with bad podcasting. And you know, if you've been any kind of a friend of mine, you've known I've been podcasting badly for, 20 years or so, at least, something like that. Hey man, look, it's early on in the preseason. Things haven't gone well, but it doesn't stop you from being a fucking genius. So here's what I want you to do. I'm going to go ahead and put the banner down at the bottom there for our Pick'ems League. I'm going to go ahead and we're selling right off the bat here. Look, if you tune into a guy like John Keim, who is a freaking pro, you got to listen to commercials right off the bat. You got to listen to him talking about that fuel stuff.
Fuel.
Right. So here, put that banner up there. I want you to go to tinyurl.com/bbpickems and sign up for the Pick'ems League. Beat Scouts. It's not that hard to do. Really, you can feel smart. Scouts is in the league. You can go in there and you can say, hey, man, this guy's probably pretty smart. Look at him. But you'd be surprised.
Scott, you good?
Beat it. Win fabulous prizes. Join our Pick'ems League of tinyurl.com/bbpickems. And if you happen to be listening to the podcast right now while you're driving down the road, go ahead. Just take your hands off the wheel. Write that down. Type it into your phone. Go ahead. Pay attention. You're probably in a big SUV or a truck anyway, and you'll be fine. The airbags will work. Don't worry about it. They'll helicopter you out, but you will be in the league. And
just turn your sensors on. It'll keep you in the center of the lane, you know.
Your sensors.
Yeah, your truck doesn't have that.
No, my truck doesn't have that. I have what they call a steering wheel. I have to use it. I have to actually do something with it. I could never figure out, to be honest with you. By the way, there's my good friend Jessy from southeastern Virginia. Jessy, how are you doing today, my friend? I can't find your music. Again, there it is. Oh. There it is. Dr. Martin from southeastern Virginia. Hey, how you doing? That's right. You got a couple of dates coming up this month at the Comedy Stomach up in Boston, Massachusetts. We'll be talking about that later. I'm sure everybody will be happy to get their tickets and get up there and get themselves some very good seats. I understand it's a 6-drink minimum. It's about the only way.
It's the only way you'll enjoy the show.
How you doing today, man?
Yeah, fine. Great.
Yeah. Fine,
Fantastic.
Great. Fantastic. Fine and great. All right. Well, then that brings me, of course, to our international fan of the year from the Royal Port of Barrow. Scott Hartley. Now, Scott, it says here that you grew up in the circus as an acrobat with your mom and your dad and your uncles, and that you toured around Europe as the Flying Hartleanies. Is that what you want to talk about that?
The Hartleanies.
Right.
No, John, it's not. I mean, where are you getting this information from?
Wait a minute. We've even got pictures. Hold on. Here's the Flying Hartleanies. You can't really see him there. Here, let me give you a close-up. There he is. He's up there. So you're telling me this
Fuck you, true? Corey. Did you get this off? Did Corey troll my Facebook for this?
I guess so. I mean, there he is up there. Good old Scott. That's the top of the tower. I guess that's his Uncle Luigi down below and his Uncle Victor underneath him there. Here, if you look real close, you can get a good look right up his Aunt Tilly's. Anyway.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
Damn, Karen. Getting the highest tickle of all of them. He was the elephant man in the cage. Now, I wasn't going to go that far. And this, by the way, comes courtesy of Corey the intern, who did a damn good job this week, I'd say.
Bravo, Corey.
Corey. Found this photographic evidence that Scott could not refute. There he is up there. Anyway, how you doing this week?
I'm doing well, mate. Yeah, all right, not too bad. Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
All right, and then there's Max. Hey, Max.
Hi, Dad.
I know it always sounds anticlimactic, but I can't really make fun of you. You're my kid, and if I say something, like questioning your lineage, well then, right?
I mean,
I can only say it's his mom's side of the family so often. People start to wonder. All right. All right, so we did have a football game, sort of, over the weekend on Friday night, right after our podcast, in which we all predicted enormous victory, and really, we were quite disappointed. I would say so. Jesse, you bet on the game, didn't you?
Well, we weren't going to talk about that, John.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You degenerate.
I'm sorry. Didn't realize the sore subject there. Yeah, I don't know. People betting on preseason, man. I could never understand that. What is the itch there? What could you possibly build a parlay on in preseason?
It's called being fucking degenerate, John. I mean, that's just...
Hey, people are betting on WNBA dildos being thrown on the field. All right.
That's right. I bet on 6 dildos, and I came up a little short. But
That's what she said.
Well, no, I say this again now that the dildos have come up again. We did have, at the beginning of the game, they unveiled the Tom Brady statue. Of course, dildos remind me of the 12-foot Tom Brady statue. And I want to put this out there as a solemn request to any Bills fan that ever goes by that stadium. Please get a suction cup dildo and stick it right on the front of that son of a bitch. Every time you go by, just lay it at there like it's a wreath. All right, like some sort of ceremonial offering that you put down at the foot of Tom Brady's 12-foot, 3-ton statue. And the bigger and veinier, the better. Even I tell you what, there was that one time they threw one at Gronkowski that was one of those squeeze ones.
Valiant, Scott G, James, Karen, thanks for being here.
Well,
Yeah.
Karen's shining the flashlight from the other side of Scott's camera to be sure his lighting's right. So
Karen just went squatting.
All right. You're getting Scott in trouble again. Hey, it is Tuesday. We remember what Tuesday nights were for Scotty.
That's right. We got to hurry up for Scotty here.
It's a short show.
All right. It starts working. He's got
It's a short, but it's a short performance as well, Jesse. There you go.
It ain't got to be that short of a show then.
Yeah, we'll just give Scott a second here. I can make something different that, shows Scotty Goff getting laid. We can make it go about 15 or 20 seconds. We'll be right back, ladies.
It'd be too long, John. It'd be too long.
Too long?
That includes the pants coming down.
Well, he's got to.
Okay. All right. That makes
Well, move on.
I'm not having a poo.
All right. All right. Well, the Commanders had a poo on Friday night. So let's go ahead and get the elephant in the room out of the way. And I might as well play all of my videos today. So let's go ahead and do that. It was a god-awful fucking performance. We have no hope for the season. Adam Peters should be fired. Dan Quinn needs to be run out of town. That we won't win a Super Bowl for probably another 30 years. Jesse, what do you think?
Yeah. I mean,
Thank you. Max, what do you think?
exactly.
It started off so well. Just
Did it?
Yeah, they
All
showed
right,
up
well,
on the field.
we should get in the habit of the season. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But let me just look at our first impressions real quick. We're going to go fast around the room here. Let's give something for that to make it go fast. Okay, ready? Here we go. Scotty, first impressions.
Terrible.
All right, Jesse, first impressions.
Doesn't matter.
All right. He's so melancholy. All right, Max, first impressions.
Grumbled.
All right, my first impressions, it's over. Everything's done. We're never going to win another football game.
All right, Scrooge.
When did you turn into Jesse Martin?
Than me.
It's over. It's helpless.
It's hopeless. Honestly, though, I 100% agree it's a preseason game. It doesn't mean a goddamn thing, but there are some things that do mean something. And one of the things that I thought was really disappointing was just the overall low energy, not necessarily of guys. I mean, 30 guys didn't play, but you know what? If you're playing in the second half of that game, you need to show up. And some of these dudes were just not.
And 3 of them got cut.
Low energy, low T. Yeah.
Hampton got cut.
I mean, you could like Scott G kind of took the words out of my mouth. It's a good wake up call.
Absolutely.
For the coaching and also some of the players. I mean, you're right, John. It was just no energy whatsoever in that game. It felt like. I mean, I don't know if they got the The win, shot out of their sails as soon as Travion Henderson went with that 100-yard
Which
kickoff,
looked
opening
easy.
kickoff.
Yeah,
Right,
after
it did
the
look.
game
It looked way
started,
too
I was
easy.
turning around with my Diet Pepsi. Going,
I saw that it was they ran a stunt on the kickoff on the right side of the kickoff, and then that's what opened up the hole. Was one of the guys didn't stunt and the other one did.
So, the way I look at it is, yes,
yes,
our main players did not play in this game, but there is some other, issues that are going on. I mean, there are some players that are going to be playing. I mean, Johnny Newton and Amos and a couple
Newton
others.
looked good.
He did.
Yeah,
he
he
did.
did.
There was one of the
15
bright
really good
spots
snaps.
from Friday night. But most of the players that played,
James?
they're not going to be on this team.
And they've
That's
shown
kinda
why.
how I look at it.
They've shown why.
Yeah.
Scott, we'll go to you because I'll tell you what, there were guys like that who's, I listen to John Keim every day, and guys like Carlin Viggers, who I had hoped to see something out of. I mean, I get it. He's way down on
Apparently
the
having a good camp, but just
yeah,
doesn't
but
know
I
how to
mean,
tackle.
he's an undrafted free agent. But the thing was, he looked like he didn't belong out there on the football field, and it wasn't just him. In the second half, the only guy I saw on the defense that was flying around was Reeves, and it showed. Like James said up there, Dominique Hampton got cut right after. It looked to me like every single step he took was wrong.
Lost.
It was just the wrong way to go this way, the wrong way to do that. Let's get thrown out of the hole. Let's get moved out of this way. So,
And that's wild because this is his second year on the team. He knows the defense,
Right.
Yeah.
And I appreciate Adam Peters not trying to hang on to a draft pick. He saw it wasn't going to work out. Bye.
I think
So-
that just says in a lot that he's able to say,
well,
"Hey, I
Dan
messed
Quinn
up."
makes that decision, I would hope, right?
Well,
I don't know whether to cut him or not.
I mean, yeah, but even still, Peters is just saying like, I messed up drafting this guy. Get him out of here."
Yeah, well, okay, so really, all right, well, obviously we don't know, but that's really the only action I've seen him play.
Yeah.
Is that enough to get
Yeah, I
him
mean,
cut
he,
like that?
he wasn't healthy during the preseason last year. I mean, he
wasn't
went
healthy
through
at all,
training
right?
camp.
Right.
But when he was healthy, he made the 53, but he did not dress one game all last.
17 snaps total is what he's played for this team.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, I found that interesting that they had him cut because immediately after the game on our roster, I moved him onto my cuts. I was over by 2, and I'm down to 53 now. James says we're special teams and normal starters. If so,
No.
And no, 30 guys don't play. That means some of them are going to be special teams players.
Yeah.
My concern there is, number one, Matt Gay missing a kick. What the fuck, dude? I don't care what anybody wants to talk about. Austin Siebert, I don't know why they just act like that guy doesn't even exist anymore. I'm not even going to talk about it until we're ready to talk about it. But for me, special teams, these young guys that need to make the team, that are going to make the team on special teams, boy, what did you show us? What did you show us? Long-ass punt return, long-ass kickoff return for a touchdown, just bad coverages all around. And these are the guys that need to make those plays, preseason or not. A punt return is a punt return is a punt return. Am I wrong, Scott?
No, you're not wrong at all. I mean, it's interesting to how this roster machinations is going to work, especially with the players that we have signed in response to the obviously losing Dominic Hampton. One of them, well, there's a couple of them there that I think are going to do okay and have potential to make it onto the 53. I mean, Bassey from Wake Forest, who was at Denver for a long time and the Chargers, he's got a very similar RAS score to Mike Sanderstill and is an out-and-out inside slot corner. And then Duke Riley's the other guy who's got a lot of starts behind him as well. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Duke Riley in double piston action. Coming up, Duke Riley starring in Double Penetration 9.
Is Duke Riley here to fix your washing machine? Yeah, exactly.
Right, Duke Riley, copy repairman.
Oh boy,
Pool boy, Duke Riley. All right, so I don't want to spend too much time on the game, but all right, I do know this. Let's see, we got something. Do I have it all set up?
Stock out, stock down. I know you were talking about that earlier.
We were, but I got to upload something, so go ahead and talk.
You know, for the Patriots, you know who looked really good that was irritating was Antonio Gibson.
Well, I mean, he's a former starter in the NFL. He's got a lot of experience going against a bunch of schmucks, really.
Even his kick return, he showed a burst that he never showed here. He had a 60-yard kick return.
Yeah, I know. I would suggest it was a punt return, wasn't it?
No, that was a kick.
It was a kick. I mean, I don't know if he had a burst. I think we had a
Jesse,
burst
I'm sorry. He ran over.
fucking hole in the ground.
What safety did he run over?
Who?
No idea.
Antonio Gibson ran over it wasn't Owens. He ran over a safety in the hole on a stretch play that just looked embarrassing.
It was probably some dude that was bagging groceries or will be bagging groceries in the next couple of fucking weeks.
Probably.
Right.
Does anyone else spend the preseason just like going, oh, you know what? I'm going to watch old Commanders players and think, oh, I didn't realize he was there, and then like see how that works out.
Well, for you, I can understand because it's a relatively new thing that old Commanders players or Redskins players are actually still in the league. They don't
Very
last
true.
long when you've got our other guys drafting them.
I mean, Gibson had a decent season last year with the Pats, even though the Pats were shit. But I mean, he wasn't awful with them. Obviously, he's back for another year.
For me,
it's weird seeing him in number 4 though.
Carries for 500 yards.
It's weird seeing him in number 4 though.
Okay. All right. Well, we called for it, so here it is. That is some fucking Jesus. All right, stock up and stock down, which is not an original name, but we're going with it anyway because fuck them. So anyway, Jesse, this is a column that you are writing on bleedingburgundy.com, which, by the way, everybody, you should check out. Bleedingburgundy.com is where we're putting down all kinds of thoughts and fun and goofy stuff that we're talking about. You know, some of us are trying to be analysts, other ones are analyzing the analysts, and some of us are just fucking around. And some of us haven't done a damn thing, Max. I mean...
You're right.
Scott over there, he wrote after the draft about his experience over there. I'm assuming that once he's picked again to go to the draft, he'll write about that.
No, I'll write some more stuff.
He's got some more stuff coming. I've got my first top 10 things that I saw in the football game. And, go on over, take a look at it, bleedingburgundy.com. I would say, once again, tinyurl.com/bbpickums.
Yeah. Or you can just catch the link on bleedingburgundy.com.
Right, top of the page. Yeah, put the banner up.
Right.
That's your job.
I don't. It's your job. It's YouTube's job. There it is.
This is why
I'll go over a couple of them if people that are listening want my full stock up, stock down, go to bleedingburgundy.com. But I will pick out a few. I think one player that's definitely stock way up is Johnny Newton. It's really, really good seeing him. He looks healthy. He's looking like the player that this team, Peters ran the card up to pick when he was still there in the second round when he fell to him. Got in the backfield multiple times, had the strip sack.
That sack was nasty.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, and that was, the Patriots had their ones out during that time as well.
They did. I'll tell you what, that's strip sack.
He was wrecking that line, and I think that's going to be good to see. I think we're going to have a really good rotation on our defensive line, and Newton's going to play a big part of that.
That was a nice little stunt that he ran with Jacob Martin, Martin not only stunted to the inside, but he took out 2 blocks. And Newton, man, I'll tell you what, you want to see a big man peel the corner like that. Holy shit, he shaved that edge and got on May before May knew what the hell was happening, which caused him to do the old flutter out the back of the hand. That was a nice play. Good to see. You're right. Stock way up on Newton. 15 snaps, man, and he got the best of them, I thought. There were a few things in the starting group that we put out there that you could see that were positives. Go ahead, some more.
Yeah, another. I'll touch on Bill Merritt a little bit. He didn't flash. He didn't have many carries, but you saw signs of him being able to run the ball effectively.
I mean, his best carry of the game, he gained 2 yards, but he had 6 yards after contact.
Yeah, he. You can see he's got vision. You can see that he's got burst. and you can see that he's comfortable with the football. He does run a little bit more upright than I'd like, but I think that's just his style. And I want to see more from him in this second game against the Bengals. I want to see him get a good, like 12 carries, 12 to 15 carries in this game. I really want to see if he can get it into a rhythm.
Well, Scott, what do you think about what you saw out of Bill?
Yeah, I thought his vision was good. It seemed like he can find the running lanes, which is what you want to see. I do think, obviously, he's still a project, which you'd expect from a 7th round rookie. He's not going to come in and take over the slot of Brian Robinson. But listen, if B-Rob has down days and down games, then there's no reason why you wouldn't put him in. I certainly think you need a second look to make sure that you can. He can secure this roster spot, because that's pretty much, as a 7th rounder, that's all you're looking to do, is make sure you're on this 53.
Go ahead, Max.
I mean, he hasn't practiced in 2 days because of the shoulder that put him in the tent. So what is that going to say? It's the preseason. They don't let you play with a hangnail.
They're being precautious.
Right. They don't let you practice or play with a hangnail. So you might not see him in game 2, but
I thought I didn't see enough to say, okay, I've done. You can pat him up for the rest of the preseason. I want to see a little bit more action out of him.
Yeah.
But I did see what you saw. I saw the vision, I think, comes from the fact that he does run kind of square up like that, but he sets up those blocks onto the second level, and he finds running lanes where Robinson isn't going to find them. Right, Robinson's running right up the back of some of those guys. He's finding lateral running lanes to be able to get around those things and be able to turn things out of nothing. I think he only ran for like 25 yards or something like that.
Yeah,
he only had his average wasn't good, because he did have a couple of plays where he didn't go very far. But then again, not the starting offensive line. When they gave him a crease, that dude made some shit happen, man, and I like that. Max, what did you say? His best run was a 2-yard run.
His best run for me, it was a stretch to the right, but he got hit 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and he bounced off of one guy, stiff-armed another. He gained 2 yards, but he gained 6 after contact. That's like, we haven't seen that, especially from Robinson, in a long time.
Hell no.
I'll give you one more stock up.
I think, right?
And there's more on the in the article on the website, but Jeremy Reeves. I liked what I saw from Jeremy.
He was
Reeves.
running with ones today.
Yeah. He played late in the game, but you saw the energy that he had, and he was flying around. He was. I don't think that should have been a penalty whatsoever.
Thank you. How?
It was fucking egregious.
It was because they missed the penalty. I can't remember what that other guy's name is.
Yeah, they may have were trying to make up for it. But,
and the referee, look, you're gonna have to throw a flag on somebody. That was ridiculous.
How are you supposed to tackle?
Yeah, exactly. And listen, Reeves' journey, man, he's just been grinding for his entire NFL career, and I hope he gets a shot. I'm glad they're letting him run with the ones. I don't think he's going to get much playing time on the D, but if somebody gets injured, I think he's going to be the first call up, and good for him.
I'd say that's one time we could say,
Nice, Ron.
nice, Ron. I liked him back when
before Ron.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yes, he was before Ron.
Like then.
Undrafted. I'm pretty sure.
2018. So that was the year before Ron. Hey, thanks, Jay.
Yeah, thanks, Jay.
What are you saying? When I said Brian Robinson's best year was 2018, I know.
No, Reeves got here in 18.
Near the team at the time.
Reeves got here in 18.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Who else you got? What you got on stock up, stock down?
Yeah, you want another stock up?
Just give me.
All right, yep. I'll give you one more, and that's it. Ja'Cory Brooks.
Yep.
He was a leading receiver. He might have a shot.
He might.
There's lots of question marks going on. We wanted to see coming in this game. We wanted to see a receiver who was going to step up, and if you had to pick one, you're going to have to pick him.
Mm-hmm.
And he had, I think, was it 59 yards,
5 catches, 59.
Yeah, 5 catches, 59, average like 11.8 per catch. Undrafted free agent out of Louisville, he's got I think he was 6'1" or 6'2", a decent frame, can high point the ball. and we'll see what let's see where this goes. He's intriguing. He's getting into that intriguing category, in my opinion.
I do just want to point out that McCaffrey was sick.
Yes, that's correct.
If honest to God, with the way as lethargic as the team was in a lot of ways, if I found out that there was a flu going around through the locker room, it would not surprise me. Because that was the thing that really shocked me the most, was just how slow most of them were. Just how not only like slow of foot, just like didn't care, like they were tired, and that bothered me. Yeah,
McCaffrey not only came in the game really, really sick. Sam Sharpman, as John likes to call him, threw him a fucking hospital ball off a fucking screen pass, and he got fucking mollywopped on that shit. And I think he left the game after that.
Mm-hmm. That was his only target.
I think it's going to be interesting for Ja'Cory Brooks to try and make this team when there's 7 receivers potentially that you're going at, and there's a few like KJ Osborne, Michael Gallup, etc., who are trying to get that spot as well.
No favors.
But didn't. You're right. You're absolutely right. Lawrence Cagey would be one I'd say on a stock up as well that you've got to look at as in a tight end room that we really don't know what the tight end room's gonna do outside of Zach Ertz. To be fair, we know what Bates is all about blocking wise, but when you put Bates on the field, you know the play that's coming. You know what you want someone that's going to be equally as good at blocking, that can run routes and that can catch the ball. Which is hard. It's really hard to find a tight end who can do all that.
The flag route that he ran to get down to the 5-yard line.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it was good.
Josh Johnson's best pass, and he had some nice soft hands on that ball, right over the shoulder, man. That was a great route.
But who didn't play a lot, but to me impressed considering how much we've talked bad about him, is Josh Connerly.
I had him on a notable. You didn't hear his name called, and he's been playing well. He had a really good practice when they had a joint practice.
His worst rep, they got wide on him, and instead of moving his feet, he tried to reach and move his feet. Yeah. And if anyone who does anything that least bit athletic, that slows your feet down.
He's starting that upward trend now. I think most reasonable fans knew this was going to happen with Connerly. I put him in my stock down earlier weeks in earlier articles because he just wasn't doing good, and I even said it in there. I'm like, hey, let's take some time. Let's see what he can do, and he looks like he's developing good. And he had a great joint practice and a good game. I mean, when your name doesn't get called, being an offensive lineman, that's a fucking good day.
Yeah, he's just a bit aggressive coming out of his stance, which obviously you want to hit people. That's what you're there for. Do you know what I mean? You want to be like, right, I've been training, I've been doing all the joint practices and all that sort of stuff. But when you're actually physically in a game and the lights are on, of course you're going to be a little bit too aggressive at times. But that's probably the only reaction that I've got from Josh Connerly is tone that down a little bit and make sure you get that pad level fixed. The anchor's there, the athleticism is there, the foot movement is good. I think he's going to be a very, very good offensive lineman for us for years to come.
You guys kind of giggled at me when I said that one of the things I was looking for the other night was a decent game out of Chris Paul, because he's so fucking big and he is so fucking strong that if we can get him actually, he will prove Jessy wrong for first reaction following the draft.
I'd never really doubted he was going to be a bad player. That wasn't what I was upset about. I just didn't understand the pick. I just didn't think there was a need for that pick. That was my issue with it.
I can't remember what the hell I was talking about. All right, we were moving on. Oh, Chris Paul. Yeah, I wanted to see him have a decent game because I think with a guy that if he can get his feet going and get to the second level, because moving the fucking line off, he's big. You get Bill behind him, where a guy who can break off of him, if he can get to that second level, that's what I wanted to see out of him. I didn't really see too much of it out of him, but
I think
I'm looking at him. We're going to need him as a backup, as depth, and he's got to improve.
Before we move on to some stock down, some other things that were noticeable is I think we're going to have really good cornerback depth.
Oh yes.
I mean, I didn't put Noah I in the stock down, but he had a pretty good game.
He played well.
He proved me wrong.
If he's going to be our fifth cornerback, that's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I thought he played well with us last year. I thought he played well in the slot. He's long. He plays long.
He proved me wrong, saying he's going to get cut. I was impressed by him.
Well, I said Austin Eckler was going to get cut.
Well, let's move to some stock downs. How about
Stock down?
I think we have an obvious one.
there's probably there's so many obvious ones.
Well, I mean, the whole special teams. Just what?
Yeah, that's in my article as well. I'm going to go right now with both Michael Gallup and Chris Moore. They had an opportunity to, try to one of them to step up and cement themselves on the team, and neither one of them did themselves any favors.
I mean, the
Especially
first two times we heard Chris Moore's name, he dropped the ball.
Yeah.
That's all he's been doing. Didn't Osborne drop one too?
He had, I think so. I think didn't he drop one in the end zone, or was that Chris Moore? I don't remember. There's multiple. But Chris Moore had a really a good week or 2 weeks straight in camp. Yeah. And then you get to the joint practice and you get to the game. It's just all downhill. And I think Gallup isn't necessarily.
He looked lost.
The problem.
It's hard to tell what's going on with Gallup. But I thought when we signed him, I thought, okay, this guy has a chance to stand out and do something. But we haven't seen it.
He's got the trots. Look, the thing you said earlier about Ja'Cory Brooks. What gives him the best shot to make this team, other than the fact that he's putting together day after day after day after day, he's stacking them up, as they say, how the kids say. But the fact is, these fucking veterans ahead of him are shitting the bed right in front of him. So, and I wouldn't feel bad if Ja'Cory Brooks made the team over any of those three guys. I wouldn't give a fuck.
There was a play, I want to say in the first quarter, because it was Hartman throwing the ball, where they ran a dagger concept, which is the in and the up. And Gallup's running the up, and you're never supposed to throw the fly. You're just supposed to carry the safety up. And Hartman threw the fly, and Gallup looked lost, like he wasn't expecting the ball.
Well, if you just said you're not supposed to.
Well, I mean, Hartman was the one that's thrown it, so maybe he did.
Right. But what I mean is, if you're on the field, expect the ball to come to you.
That's a stock down, surely, Jesse.
Oh yeah. It's definitely in the article. Another stock down, and I put question marks behind this. Joe Witt Jr. I know the top 30 players did not play. The first team defense did not play, but we saw a lot of what we saw last year in this defense. And my wheels are starting to turn a little bit. Could this be schematic?
I think it's too early to say that, considering who they were going against. I understand it's the Patriots, but that is also their starters. So
even their backups, man.
They were able to do pretty much whatever the hell they wanted to.
They were trying to make a football team. That's what I thought. Their guys look like they're trying to make a football team. Our guys look like they feel like they've already made the football team. They feel like they don't really need to be doing this. That's the feeling that I got from it.
But I think if the same, you're right, Jesse, in what you're saying. I think he's not on a hot seat, but his seat is getting warm for sure. And I think if they played exactly the same this week against the Bengals, then we got to start to ask questions here about this scheme. And is it a Joe Witt problem? Because I'm not certain. You can't have the 30th worst run defense in the entire league last year, not be able to stop the run, then go into a preseason game against a relatively decent enough Patriots team who are up and coming this year, which we know about, and look exactly the same. That you can't stop the run. That nothing's changed.
Well, that was my point.
Those were our backup guys, which may end up having to play. But go ahead. You're still stuck.
All I'm saying is. I recognize what we watched last year, and I didn't really get a good feeling about it.
You're not the only one that's got Joe Witt on a hot seat. And, my whole big thing is that dude promised turnovers. We work on turnovers. I watched bums in Dallas fucking get 8-10 interceptions, taking back six pick sixes in a year for whatever that guy's name was, right?
Diggs. Bland.
Right. And I'm sorry, these guys aren't fucking Pro Bowlers. They're not going in the Hall of Fame. They're not going to goddamn All Pro. But he promised. I work on the predication of turnovers, create turnovers. Well, fuck all, man. We don't seem to get a hand on the ball. We don't create turnovers, except for Johnny Newton.
Another stock down, Matt Gay. I mean, come on, dude. You're getting paid a lot of money.
Don't
He had an excellent camp up until the joint practice. And since that joint practice, he's missed 6 of 10 kicks.
Let me ask you a question. Austin Siebert last year, how many kicks did he miss under 50 yards?
Don't know.
One big one.
Any.
One big one.
Under 50 yards.
They didn't let him kick any.
Under 50 yards, he was perfect.
I'm sorry. When did an extra point get moved within 50 yards?
I'm talking about field goals. All right, I'm talking about field goals.
You said
And
kicks.
you're talking about the Cowboys game.
Yes.
That to me, I don't know what's wrong with them. It's like that broke all their trust because he wanted to come back from an injury and wasn't ready. You're right. He fucked that whole thing all up. But the fact of the matter was, he was 100% inside 50 yards. He was 2 out of 5 and outside of 50 with a long of 55. This offense goes for it. We don't kick 50-yard field goals. We got a guy that was 100%. And not like, he only kicked for 2 games. He won a football game for us all by himself, with 7 kicks, set a team record. And they act like this dude just fell off the edge of the earth, and I don't get it. They said, oh, Matt Gay. I think of that meme, where they got that girl walking by and the dude is, ooh, right? And you got Austin Siebert and Gonzalez, who they signed. Gonzalez is looking at him going, what's up?
Let's go through a couple of these comments. James, I got your question from earlier that I started.
Gonzalez got into me, and I had to have a little moment.
Do you know the reason why we offered Gay so much money, guaranteed money? Yeah, he was in demand. Gay is actually a pretty good kicker. And
he is
a pretty good kicker
for a long time. I think he's just going through some yips right now. I'm not buying the.
Well, he made the second
Siebert
one.
Go. I'm over the Siebert talk just because
It's time to move on. I get it. I just don't like fixing problems that aren't broken, and that problem was not broken.
Well, I think it was breaking, and when he broke his hip and had to get put on IR,
right. Well,
I just don't. I just don't know if he's even healthy, and that's why
maybe
they did this, and Gay was definitely in demand. I don't know if that sounded right, but let's see, Pollywood. The front office does not seem to have win now mentality going in this year. I kind of disagree with that. They don't prioritize our biggest weaknesses. I'm not sure what you mean by that.
I think they did. Look at our cornerbacks now.
Cornerbacks and offensive line.
Our defensive line has gotten bigger and stouter to stop the run.
And I don't believe we're letting Terry out of the building. I believe Terry is.
Did you see? Okay, everybody saw the
not
video.
Not there because of Terry.
Everybody saw the video today, right? Of him standing around talking to Adam Peters, right? And the lip reading. Some guy said, "Hey, Grok, what did he say?" And Grok did the lip reading, and he said that at one point you see Terry say, "I'm going to contact you. I was going to talk. I was going to reach out to you today."
Who was?
You follow along and you can see where he says it, like right around the 5-second mark. I don't have the video, but if you go watch it, Terry says, and it looks very much like he says, I was going to reach out to you today or this afternoon, something like that. I can't remember the exact wording, but if you look at it in 5 seconds and knowing that, you can see it.
Who's saying?
Maybe he's just talking, but
just
Terry
Grok.
2 Peters.
My question is, where's his dog? Why the fuck is he over there talking to Peters? Where's his dog? And why isn't Peters talking to his dog? I'm talking about his fucking stupid ass agent. I'm talking about that goofy bastard.
Where are you getting what he's saying? Who's saying that?
Like I said, there's video out of him. You see the video, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Some guy said, "Hey, Grok, can you lip read what is Terry saying? What's the guy?" And he said, "What is the guy in the red sweatshirt saying?" And Grok came up with, at 5 seconds, he says, "I was going to reach out to you." And I can't remember if he either says this afternoon or today. But then you look at it, and when he at 5 seconds. And it does look like that's what he says. Now, that might mean anything. Like, yeah, okay, I'll call you. Whatever. It might mean anything. But you did notice that there's 2 empty spots on the roster right now.
3 now.
Von Miller. Paulie. Von Miller.
Yeah,
and he's been tearing it up in camp and also at the Patriots joint practice. So
I love how they said he was in a fight and he posted that video with.
Oh yeah, that was great.
That was great. That's his
did we not see Johnny Newton destroy Drake May?
Yeah, he did. I mean, he forced a fumble, right? And he hurried him a couple other times.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what I was saying before. I think that we're going to rely heavily on interior pass rush. We're also going to have Luvu rushing from the edge at times. Von Miller still seems to have some juice left in the tank, which is good to see. I mean, we knew it was a problem. We knew pass rush was a problem, Paulie. I completely agree with you coming out of the draft that it was a problem. Also, free agency, it was probably a problem. But what do you do? Maybe they had their heart set on saying we're going to get Myles Garrett or we're going to get Trey Hendrickson, and they just couldn't do it. You know what I mean? The price was maybe too high, and was the juice worth the squeeze? I don't know.
But also, look at who was in free agency, if we're talking about that, and tell me what edge rusher was worth giving a lot of money to.
Yeah.
The only one is the guy who went from Philly to Atlanta.
Yeah, is it Josh Sweat?
And I'm
Josh
glad
Sweat.
we didn't go after him because I
told
don't
you.
believe in Josh Sweat whatsoever.
The cap moved so much this year that anybody that wanted to re-sign a player could. And anybody that was let go, buyer beware. You better pay attention because they're not out there because they're awesomely great this year. If a team needed to overpay to keep somebody that they wanted, they did, and they could. So,
if I remember correctly, and Max might be able to correct me on this if I'm wrong, we were like top 10 in sacks last year.
I don't know. I'd have to
quickly find that.
Or some maybe 12 or something like that. We had a high number of sacks, or higher than most people thought that we did. And we had who as a pass rusher?
Dante Fowler.
I'm sorry. I'm taking Von Miller over Dante Fowler any day of
Me
the
too.
week, twice on Sunday.
Jesse, you're spot on with 12.
Armstrong's not a bad.
12? Okay.
Armstrong's not a bad pass rusher either.
He came on at the end of the year. And
you want him to get the sack, but they don't have to. And one of the things that I think that we really did is we complemented it with better secondary players. We've got, Trey Amos better be on your stock up. That dude played great.
Goodness.
Max is pulling his hair out. Go ahead.
It wasn't about pass rushing that we needed to fix. It was the fucking run game.
Exactly.
But even still with that,
worked on.
if you're forcing them to pass, if you have good coverage, they have to hold the ball longer. People are getting rid of the ball in 2.5 seconds. Good luck winning anything in 2.5 seconds. I mean, Scott,
you
sorry,
saw Brian St. Juice this weekend for the Chargers, right? You see the videos of St. Juice?
And did you see people saying, this is just Mike Davis all over again? They were both starting for us last year.
That was the funniest one. I think we're going to have to do that. We're going to have to follow some Chargers fans so that we can start to watch reactions to St. Juice.
We should get a Chargers fan on our podcast the week that we play them. That'd be good. We had only one double digit sack guy, and it's okay because pass rush.
He ended up fucking up the fucking championship game and letting Barkley run around the end for 70 yards.
Our pass rush was not a problem. And
won a game without scoring a touchdown.
Yeah, going into this offseason, yes, I wanted a pass rusher, but again, you can only fix so many problems per offseason.
Again, what Scott said.
Sorry.
Who was there? Who was there?
Hang on. Go to his next thing with the game our defense dominated. There was a 7-quarter stretch. We didn't give up a touchdown against Carolina and Chicago.
We have the ultimate defense of player in Jaden Daniels. He
keeps the ball.
To argue your point as well, Max, and to double down on that, who had the best offense in the league? The Bengals. Who also had the best pass rusher in the league? The Bengals. Whose defense is terrible? The Bengals.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? It's not. It doesn't mean that you have to have a dominant defense to win games. That's not what it's about.
Or a dominant pass rusher to win games. And Trey Hendrickson is one of the most dominant pass rushers.
Absolutely, 100% agree with you.
The best defense is a good offense.
I think they have got better by bringing in the likes of Eddie Goldman, the Jacob Martins of the world, people who can solidify the run, because that's what you've got to do to beat Philly. Otherwise, what are we doing here?
Eddie Goldman can also get you a decent deal on some gold bruises or something.
I'm sure he could.
He's a great car salesman.
I think you're going to see an uptick. We're going to see an uptick in Luvu sacks as well.
Yeah, agreed.
I've been saying he's been doing a lot of outside rushing, and I've heard, not necessarily through him, but I've heard that he's had his hand in the dirt a lot.
Luvu is this
I'm not a
team's
big
version
fan of that.
Luvu is
I
this
just
team's
don't
version of how Micah Parsons is for
Which,
Dallas.
by the way, Micah Parsons will be here next year. So
I love that.
Anyways, let's see. Do I have another stock down for you guys? I mean,
you don't
I
have
got
to
a bunch of them on there.
Carter ad on the scorebook.
I mean, I put the entire special teams unit. Sam Hartman, obviously. Tackling. Okay, tackling.
Just as a whole, yes.
They just didn't fucking tackle. They just forgot to, or just never learned because it was fucking awful.
That's just that's an effort thing. That was a
That's why I said, if I found out that the whole locker room has an illness, I would not be surprised. That's the kind of lethargy that they were playing with. They just didn't feel like it. They were getting thrown around.
I think the issue is with we can give an excuse like that, John, and say, yeah, I get it, but at the same time, you've seen the state of Adam Peters and Dan Quinn after the game. They looked pissed. They looked absolutely pissed. And the thing is that these training sessions this week, I tell you what, I bet they're a totally different. Bet they're totally different this week.
Can I be a
cannot
Debbie
play
Downer
like that again?
Can I be a Debbie Downer?
If
we don't play a similar list of people, expect kind of the same thing against Cincinnati. At least on the defensive
I think
side.
the energy level will be a lot higher. I think the penalties will be a lot less.
Oh God, 15.
13 penalties, 15 or 15 or 13. By the way, before he gets out of here, Paulie, Tom's going to be on the show on Friday. Just letting you know. 15 penalties, 13 accepted to 2 for the Patriots.
Yeah,
I thought one of the things that I thought when I'm talking about the intensity is I thought Vrabel was also out trying to send a message to his team to play the Mike Vrabel way. Right, we're going to go out and we're going to play hard.
He jumped in a fight.
Oh, I know, and I mean, so I think that their intensity a lot came from that. Whereas I think that for our team, that's not so high on the list this year. It needs to be higher on the list. Running of those bags at the beginning of practice is great, but if it's not translating anything on the field, you're just making videos. So what else you got?
Oh, I just figured it out. Talk to you after off camera.
Okay.
No, okay. I just figured something out. Yeah. Okay.
Jesse just figured out the meaning of life, everybody.
Hey, 42, and we all
let's see. We had a question from
James. It was.
All right. What are your thoughts on today's training camp? Supposedly the offense really struggled across the board. I think they won 14-0 if I saw that right.
So the gold team was our starting offense, and I'm sorry, the burgundy team, but more so the gold team's defense was just dominant today. Because I found the paragraphs from the commanders.com, and about that, the gold team's defense made life difficult for Jaden Daniels in the offense. They had 3 sacks, including 2 on the final drive. Plus, they put pressure on Daniels to get the ball out quickly. Bobby Wagner got in Daniels' face to force 2 overthrows, and Von Miller forced a pressure that resulted in a drop. I'm fine reading that.
Yeah, I'm all right with that. I know what Jaden's capable of doing, but I'm glad to see that we got some pass rush on him.
And
because
also,
he's one of the harder guys to rush,
Mikey Sanders still with 2 PBUs today.
Nice. So that's peanut butter and onion?
What? Wait, what world does onion start with a U? I mean, that's how Jesse spells it, but God, Jesse before autocorrect must have been a terrible typer.
I think that, honest to God, the text autocorrect is my biggest.
It's really funny texting you.
I fucking hate it, man, because I honest to God, I think that there's some little guy named Dong that sits in a fucking cubicle somewhere in Bangladesh who works the fucking.
I said do not redeem it, sir.
That makes the autocorrect go. And he laughs his fucking head off every goddamn day because I'm over here trying to text somebody and it says, go to the store and pick up the refrigerator. And it's like, no, I mean, pick up the frozen. Oh, fuck this thing. I fucking hate it. I can't stand it. I play pickleball. Do you know how many times that it has not auto-corrected lickleball to something that makes sense to me?
A month ago, you texted me pickleball.
And when I'm talking to a coworker who's a female and I'm going to play lickleball later, it doesn't look good.
It starts to it starts to notice patterns in your text. So you must be.
And half the time I go, "What the fuck?" But I had a good thought here, and right off the bat, it makes no sense because it chose a word that doesn't make any sense. I think Soap Dish is a great defensive end. What? What?
There's a reason why you use voice to text now.
I know. That's why I use the voice, because if I fuck it up, then it's my fault, and that's fine with me. All right, so this week we got the Bengals coming up.
Monday Night Football.
Oh, is
Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. Monday night.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I'm missing this game then.
Troy Aikman.
First quarter.
This gets replayed all the damn time. Do you guys not have that up there?
Yeah. But I'll have to watch it back without knowing the score, which is going to be difficult.
It's preseason, Scott. Who gives a shit?
Might as well hit this. Peacecraft says Terry guaranteed money goes up every time this room takes the field. The room is suspect outside of Debo and Lane. Suspect is a good word. Probably downright guilty is another one, because we were talking about that a minute ago, is that the way is opening up for Ja'Cory Brooks to be able to step right up into wide receiver 4, maybe better,
7.
7.
Wide receiver 7.
So you tell me right now.
Okay.
Who's making? Who's looking better?
Luke McCaffrey, Jalen Lane,
Well, those guys,
Debo,
Jalen Lane's
Terry.
making the
There's
team.
4.
Yeah. All right. Debo's making the team. Jalen Lane's making the team. McCaffrey, is he looking better?
Noah Brown.
Noah Brown's 5.
Noah Brown,
Yeah.
that's one of their starters. I'm talking about
he's-
the guys.
Brown practicing yet?
You know
What's
who's
going on with
making
him?
it.
He hurt his knee.
I just think I think Quinn and them are just being ultra cautious. They rather see him on the field on regular season games than anything else.
I don't care about playing in the game. He hasn't practiced. We're talking about practice. Practice.
KJ Osborne.
Come on.
Dad couldn't tell you who said that.
It was Allen Iverson.
Oh, he's gone.
Oh, wow.
He's gone.
What do you think I am? Living under a rock, for God's sake?
Yes,
I
you
don't.
hermit.
I don't know. We got some dude in here talking
I
about.
get my
wants to come
facts,
on and
goddamn
talking
it.
about Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I saw that too.
It's like, don't you know this is a
KJ
football
Osborne.
show? Where did it go? He's like, can I come on your show to explain why Michael Jordan fans are the worst sports fans of all time?
No.
Well, this means you're
we'll think
probably
about it.
under 30 years old and
No,
never
this
seen
is
Michael
a
Jordan
16-year-old kid. I guarantee it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
all right.
he's
We'll
got-
think
Because
about
he thinks LeBron James is the best basketball player to ever play the game.
Tell you what, I do appreciate you showing up, because now we are done with our talk about the NBA for the entire fucking 2025. We don't have to bring it up ever again, because that is about the most that we will devote to it. Let me tell you who is the most annoying fans on the earth. Fucking NBA fans. You assholes. That's all you do. Here, watch this next bucket.
Strap up.
Look at this. Look at this highlight of the same goddamn thing I just saw in the last highlight. And now all of you think that you want to watch the WNBA. Get off my lawn.
Get off my
Can we also just tell how convincing that just was?
I just pulled up a sandbag there. But there you go.
Fuck, jeez. Look, it's bad basketball being played by chicks. That's right. Even the dog doesn't like.
Caitlin Clark.
That was her
my
back
goodness.
there behind Jessy.
Caitlin Clark.
Give me the ball. Right, exactly, Pete.
We are at any point in time from that, though. Someone can step on a sunflower seed wrong and tear an ACL.
Yeah, this is just.
Who was the guy? Who was it? Was it Nate Burleson that broke his arm reaching for a
Yeah, he
pizza?
broke his arm trying to reach for a pizza because he crashed his car into a tree. Well, I know we just said we're not going to talk about the NBA anymore, but John Wall retore his Achilles tendon trying to make a frozen pizza because he slipped on his kitchen.
We had somebody that retore an Achilles coming down the steps or some shit.
John Wall. And then Gilbert Arenas with guns in the locker room.
All right, well, there you go. There's your NBA 2 minutes this year, everybody. It's a bonus season.
All right,
We are really onto it right now for the NBA.
we will be. Let's see. We got a special guest coming next Friday.
We have.
Who does? Where?
You.
So we do. We got a special
Oh,
guest
this Friday.
This Friday.
This Friday, yeah. My old podcast partner, Tom, from the Bang Radio Hour, will be on the show with us to discuss the NFL in general and all kinds of other things. Tom's a good fantasy player, too, so maybe we should bring up some fantasy talk since our draft is coming up. When is our draft, by the way? Have we set our draft yet for the Yanks versus
No,
Ranks?
we got to set our people. So I'll send the link out to everybody to make sure that they're still signed up. We'll just use the same platform we did last year, if that's all right
good
with everybody.
All right, so everybody go to tinyurl.com/BB Pick'ems and sign up for the Pick'ems League. Paulie, that means you. Paul, Peace, that means you. It's CBS
Scott
Sports
G.
Line. It's free. All right, they're not going to charge you a thing to sign up for it, and you can find out whether or not you're as smart as Scott G.
And we're trying to work on.
We have a open spot, so if you want to put your money where your mouth is, Scott
that'd
G.
be good. That'd be good.
We're trying to work on a prize for the Pick'em game too, aren't we?
I do believe so. I honest to God, I started growing this toenail in June. I knew we were going to have a Pick'em League, so I started growing this toenail in June.
Put the thing up for Paulie, right?
Yeah, we need to put the link in
Put it right here.
The link will be in the description of the show as well on YouTube,
You
I
need to put it on the
believe.
description.
Where's the
They
chat?
can't click on the link right here.
Yeah, you can
know,
read
put it
it
in the
though.
Where's the chat? All right, let's see here. Everybody's going to watch me type. Here, this is great podcasting right here, ladies and gentlemen.
www.
Stop it, I'm trying to remember what it is. End up sending people to places they don't want to go.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to get out of here soon,
There you go.
fellas.
Yeah, I think we're pretty much done. But there you go, right there. BB Pick'ems, and if it's just Pick'em, just take the S off. It doesn't take you to the right place. But sign up for it. Go ahead, get in there. We're gonna have a prize for it. We'll see what it is. And yeah, I think we're gonna get out of here. We're not gonna go a full hour or the hour and a half that we usually go because there just isn't that much to go on right now. We talked about the game. We talked about what we thought. Jesse gave us as a stocks up and stocks down. Which was a very nice thing. I enjoyed that. Everybody, I hope you enjoyed that. We got to see Scott in the circus. That was nice. There he is up there. Way up there high. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if you saw this, but this was Sam Hartman on the sideline just before the game right here. Man, that dude was as wooden as anybody I've ever seen.
Eat more.
He looked nervous. He looked like he was, okay, it's my turn now, and now I'm not sure I know what to do. He lasered in on one read most of the time and was just robotic. And there he is, back there on the sidelines. I should have put a number 15 on him. Is that what number he is?
No, it's not going to be for long. Don't worry.
He's getting cut. Josh Johnson's our third, and that's that.
And all
Sam
the
Hartman's
moms are
got
going to be
himself
sad.
cut. Well, sorry. Get your panties wet over something else, like wins. You don't want to be looking at this guy. This is what Josh Hartman is. And really, if he had a fucking suction cup on the bottom of his feet, you could stick him on the top of goddamn Tom Brady's statue, and everybody would be happy. All right, so we will see you all on Friday at 5:30. We will talk about the Bengals, and we will have Tom, my good buddy Tom from the Bang Radio Hour. He'll be on here with us. We'll talk about the NFL in general. We'll have some fun. We're going to call Jerry up on the telephone. We might talk to Bob Kraft. Who the hell knows? We'll find out what's going on in the news, and we'll definitely keep you up on it. You're going to maybe see a new face to the Bang Radio Hour, or excuse me, Jesus, look at how it happened to me. To the Bleeding Burgundy podcast this year, we might it might jazz up a little bit. It's not going to quite be the same thing. So
Strap in, everybody.
Fun with us anyway, but it might
Strap in and strap on.
There you go.
Wait a
Strap
second.
it on the Tom Brady statue, everybody, and
Cheers, Paulie.
the rest of us. We will. Go ahead.
Aaron's getting strapped on right
you
now.
were you were looking trim back then, there, buddy.
Is that what Tuesday is? I thought Tuesday was anal night. I didn't.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
that's
God.
right. She's getting the strap on ready, Chad.
All right. All right. Well, now we've made Scott say, "Oh my God."
Scott, you're getting a little sunburn right there, pal.
We hit the nail on the
I'm
head.
sweating.
We hit the peg on the head.
Doesn't happen until we cut the camera.
All right. Well, now Max has had a lot of fun making fun of Scott. We're going to tell Scott that this week your microphone sounded great, but you need to get a light.
Okay.
The season's
Karen had the
coming.
second flashlight.
That's right. We're professionals here, god dang it. We better get this stuff going on. You got to get a light in front of you. That's what you need to do. So that we can see what you look like. I mean, after all, you are a star in Europe. Look at that guy.
Fucking hell. Catching strays everywhere tonight.
And, hey boys, we. Oh God. 3 weeks till we get to see
Cheers,
Scott's
Corey.
lovely face.
It is, yeah. 3 weeks.
All right. 3 weeks till the Brits come over here and we go to a football game and watch them whip up on the goddamn New York Giants. You know, one thing about preseason football I hate is the fact that it just doesn't look right, aside from the fact that the talent is not right. Like night games, it just doesn't look to me like they turn on all the lights. But a day game, I have fun watching those. I can convince myself for a minute that, okay, this looks like a football game. That Bills-Giants game on Saturday was kind of fun to watch, man.
Jackson Dart did throw a pretty touchdown pass.
He did. He played all right. And I mean, you know, Jameis Winston, you know how I feel about him.
You
That
see
dude,
his
I
juke
like him.
move?
I always have liked him. Yes, I did.
Jesse, he tried to head fake while he was
we
running
should have
straight.
fucking talked to him when Ron was here. I thought we should have talked to Jameis Winston. He'll definitely, yeah, he did. He'll definitely have those games where you go, what the?
Taman was all
acid
about
today or
some
something?
fucking Jameis Winston.
But he'll have
Games
games
were.
he'll fucking shoot the lights out.
Eating the W.
Yeah.
Hey,
Sean,
See you on Friday.
he threw for 5,000 yards when he couldn't see.
All right, we will see you all on Friday. Later.